Hi friends, in the continuation of data science interview question answer, we are moving to question difference k-means and knn. K-means is a unsupervised learning technique. Knn is a supervised learning technique. K-means is used for clustering and knn used for classification, sometimes even for regression. K in the k-means is number of cluster the algorithm is trying to identify, learn from data. The cluster are often unknown since this is used with unsupervised learning. K in KNN is the number of nearest neighbor used to classify or predict case of continuous variables regression or test samples. K-means is typically used for scenario like understanding the population, demography, market segmentation, social media trend, anomalies detection, etc., where the cluster are unknown to begin with. KNN is used for classification and regression of known data where usually the target attribute variable is known beforehand. In k-means training phase of k-means, key observation are arbitrarily selected known as centroid. Each point in the vector space is assigned to a cluster represented by nearest Euclidean distance centroid. Once the clusters are formed for each cluster, the centroid is updated to the mean of all cluster members and the cluster formation restarts with new centroid. This repeated until the centroid themselves become mean of clusters. That is when updating centroid to mean does not change them. The prediction of test observation is done based on nearest centroid. KNN does not have a training phase as such, but the prediction of test observation is done based on k-nearest, often Euclidean distance, neighbor observation based on weighted average vote. Moving to question difference between logistic regression and support vector machine. In logistic regression, algorithm used to solving classification problem. Support vector machine is a model used for both classification and regression. Logistic regression is not used to find best margin. Instead, it can have different decision boundaries with different weight that are near the optimal point. Support vector machine or SVM is tried to find the best margin distance between the line and support vectors that separate the classes and thus reduce the risk of error on the data. Logistic regression work with already identified independent variables. Support vector machine work well with unstructured and semi-structured data like text and images. Logistic regression is based on statistical approaches. Support vector machine is based on geometrical properties of data. Logistic regression is vulnerable of vulnerable to overfitting. Support vector machine risk of overfitting is less in SVM. Problem to apply logistic regression cancer detection. It can be used to detect if patient has cancer or not. Test scores predict if student is passed or not. Marketing predict if customer will purchase a product or not. Problem that can be solved using SVM, image classification, recognizing handwriting, and cancer detection. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel. Thank you.